Right guys, time we turn the tables. Putting Bivvi out the other side of the camera now. 25 questions time, fella.
Let's go.
Righto. Favourite venue and why?
It's got to be the snake pit. I've not done that well on the snake pit over the years. I go on and off it, but I think that's the place that always draws me back. If I'd done well on it in the past, would I keep going back? Would it have that special bit? I don't know. So it's the snake pit for me.
The challenge.
The challenge of it.
Good man, good man. Right, what's your favourite capture, if you've had any, and why?
If I've had any. Do you know, why did you nearly fall over then, Spud? Like
yeah, old and I.
The favourite captures, one of my favourite captures, it weren't the biggest fish I've ever caught, but it was one we called AJ, and it was a linear. And the other two guys I was fishing at the time was fishing that lake, and they'd had it and I hadn't, and it was a Mickey take for most of the season. So eventually, when I eventually got the AJ, the linear, out of there, it was at a bigger weight than the two guys what was fishing it as well, and plus I'd eventually caught it, so it stopped all the ribbing and Mickey taking out of it. So that was special in its own way, really.
Good, good, good. Right, do you have any tactic, any target waters coming up, or any particular fish you want?
No, what I'm going to try and do next, target waters and such, no. I've got one lake what I stay on, there's my own little bit what I do on there, and I don't really video it and talk about it too much. But next year I'm going to be targeting more day ticket waters and try and grab, a fair decent fish out of different waters around the country. And so that's more of a target than actually going for a Pacific fish at the minute.
Nice. 20 from every water.
Be nice.
Do you have any rigs that you use all the time, or do you change it to suit different situations, different waters?
I'd like to say I try and think about my rigs a bit, and I want to change it for different situations and what I'm fishing in. But then I switch it around to the other side. I'll stick to a rig what works well. But I use three rigs mainly for most of my fishing. One being a choddy, then a combi link and the KD style on it, and then a snowman style. So I use them three most of my time in fishing.
That's your main armoury.
Yeah.
Right. What would be your ideal venue? What sort of stock would it have?
Be a small water. I like small waters. Small waters, plenty of features around, plenty of trees I can climb up and watch the fish, and features in the water as well, weed beds, lily beds, etc. Plenty of carp in there.
Plenty.
Yeah,
what sort of sizes?
As long as they're pretty, doesn't matter. But I've got a lot of the species in there as well, so in the winter I can go for some pike, which I've not done too much of, and other bits and bobs in there for float fishing and just to keep myself happy.
Nice one. So a nice small water for a small man.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And nobody on there with me to try and beat me.
Oh, you get a chance of being first then.
Yeah.
Right, you got a tenner. Yeah. You're going to go down to do 48-hour session somewhere with all your mate. Well, on your own.
I'd go to
what would you
Asda's
get?
and get 3 bottles of wine for a tenner. Sound good? No, I wouldn't. I'd have bacon, eggs, bread, milk, tea. That's it. Plenty of.
Sausages? Go have sausages. Right, what's the funniest thing you've ever seen on the bank?
Funniest, when I worked at a boys' home, he was. I decided to start taking them fishing, carp fishing and everything, and it was just there was 2 small little waters on caravan site lakes I was allowed to take him to, and we were setting up early in one morning, and I looked over at one of the other small lakes just to the right of us, and there was this splash. Basically this kid had gone to put his bank stick, not the kids I was looking after, another one, basically going to put his bank sticks in, and he went in too far, and he went head over heel into the lake. I was like chuckling away to myself thinking, God, it was so funny, you get the stomach out, your jaw's going, and the lad got out all like flustered. He goes, I did the same thing yesterday.
And you're responsible for him?
No, not the one I was looking at.
Don't let him take your kids out, people. But what's the worst thing you've ever seen?
The worst thing I've seen on the lake, as in my experience, was I was taking a picture of somebody in just his boxer shorts, and I say, go back, go back, go back.
No.
And so Spudders in his wet boxer shorts, all stuck to him, wasn't the nicest thing I'd seen on the bank.
A bit like Adonis then. Probably worse because you liked it too much. Right, if you could change one thing in your carp fishing past, what would it be and why would you change it?
I think I'd have probably stayed on some waters longer than I did. It's not that I get bored on waters, I just think, oh, I'll give it a miss for a bit and go somewhere else, instead of just sticking to that water, achieving what I needed to achieve and then go on. It's not, I don't do it on any waters, I chop and change all the while, then go back. I think I wish I had the patience to stay there until I completed what I wanted to on the water. But I'm still not going to do that now.
No, probably not. You'll get bored and move on. Right, apart from me, do you have any carp fishing heroes? And if so, why? Not me, remember?
Okay, I don't have any heroes in fishing. Fishing's fishing. We just all do it for fun, I think, or whatever, and some people do earn out of it. But I do respect some people of fishing, and the way they write and what they've done in the fishing game and all the things like that. So I respect more than heroes, and Lane is one of my main respects in fishing.
Yeah, good angler. Right, we've seen a lot of changes in carp fishing over, especially the past few years. Do you think it's made carp fishing better, or do you think it's made it worse?
Depends if you're a big company. At least it's put people out onto the banks. Although we say, oh, the banks are getting busier, the lakes and all the rest of it, but at least it's getting some of the youth and people off the streets. Probably, if they weren't fishing and that, they might be hanging around the street corners, hugging old people like you, Spud and that lot.
Yeah.
So in one way, at least they're on there. Okay, it's not always the fishing etiquette and that lot, but at least they're on there, out the way, and majority of the time, they are keeping themselves to themselves. So in that way, in a good thing. Personally, I wish every lake would only have a couple of people on what we can go down to. Don't have to rush home from work, but that's not going to happen. So
yeah, it does get a bit mental sometimes. What's your bankside entertainment?
I do like reading my books. I've got that.
You can read?
I do. I can just about read.
Cool.
I read, but I have TalkSport on.
I love TalkSport as well. Right, what annoys you the most when you're fishing?
Annoys me the most when I'm fishing.
That's what I said.
It's what you said. People's fishing etiquette. I'm not on about. I don't bother if they've not done all the float fishing world and this world and all that like people going about. But
me.
No, everyone goes on about that if you've not done your trade before. Just etiquette. Just learn before you come to, rather than you start casting out everywhere and just think about what somebody else is doing. So people's fishing etiquette. And that doesn't mean the young, as the older, just as bad. I think.
Yeah, proper. All right, what's your best film you've ever seen?
See No Evil, Hear No Evil.
I don't know that one. What's that about?
So funny.
Oh no, that's Richard Pryor.
Yeah. Ah.
Right, well, anyway. Best book you've
Flick of a
ever
Tail.
attempted to read?
Flick of a Tail.
Yeah, who's that?
Dave Lane.
Dave Lane, right, yeah. Radio station?
TalkSport.
TalkSport, good man, same here. Stupid question. Football or rugby?
Football.
What music are you into? Boney M doesn't count.
I still like all my 70s and 80s stuff, big time, no matter what it is. I do like 70s and 80s. And some of this crap now, every now and again you get a good one.
Bivvi or Brolly?
Probably. But if it is bad weather, I do Nick James Bivvi.
Yeah, good man, that's what kids are for. Sausages or bacon?
Together. Both together.
Yeah, but or?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Sweet corn or maggot?
Sweet corn is the golden one, isn't it? I'll go for sweet corn, but yeah, I'll go for sweet.
Well, we know you like your bream, but if you had a choice, bream or catfish?
If it could be a decent size bream, as long as I could use somebody else's net, I'd put it in there. But it'd have to be 10 to 15 pound bream, maybe.
Would you touch it?
No, I've had loads of cats and that lot, but no, it would have to be a cat, I suppose, because I can't. No more bream.
Good. Right, biscuits or crisps?
Got to be crisp. I'm a crispaholic.
Any particular flavour?
Twiglets.
Oh yes.
Dipped in Marmite.
Oh, making me hungry. What's your best piece of fishing advice you could give to anybody?
enjoy what you're doing. As long as you're fishing safely, don't give a damn what everybody else is saying about you. Just go to the bank, fish safely, and just enjoy it.
Nice one. Message out to everybody. Lastly, I hear you've got a new fishing buddy.
I have,
Would you like to introduce your fishing buddy?
I can do. Right, this is what Spudders has bought me as my fishing pal, mascot from now on. As you can see, I'm actually from the Midlands.
You're a northern monk.
But Spudders thinks I'm a northern monkey hanger. And so it's a northern monkey hammer. It's just dressed in the French outfit. So I'm classed as a northern monkey hammer from Sunderland. So that's why he's bought me this. But I'll keep it. But so far since I've had it, I've been blanking. So
I've passed that curse on.
It's an omen from Spudders.
Right, lovely. Cheers, nice one, Bivvi. And we look forward to the next instalment of the 25 questions. Who are you looking at next?
I think we're going for Hall Pretty Boy.
Good man. That should be very interesting. Right, you lot, that's it from him. He can chase me around the lake a little bit. Catch you all later.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.